if I solve this equation in Desmos, you type it in, you go find the solutions, it's at -4 and +9. Today we're using the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula ends up giving you the solutions. So these solutions that we got here are going to end up coming out of the quadratic formula that we're going to use right now. So I'm going to show you how to use the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula can be used to solve any quadratic from now on. Okay? So we're going to write down, first of all, I need an A, a B, and a C, because I need to put them in there. So my A is right there. So A equals 1. Let's write it down. My B is the middle number, which is -5. So B equals -5. And my C is the last number. C equals -36. -36. Okay? So we're going to plug them in here because it's going to give me my x's. So x equals -b. So I'm going to put negative parentheses plus or minus the square root of. My b is going to be squared, so parentheses squared -4, an A and a C. So parentheses for the A and parentheses for the C. I'm putting parentheses for every letter that I see over here. Okay? Divided by 2 and an A. Divided by 2 and an A. So parentheses. So all I did was copy this formula, but with parentheses, because I'm going to start putting numbers in there. All the numbers that I just wrote down for my A, B, and C, I'm plugging them in there. So the first two letters I see are B's. So in here, I'm going to put my B's, which were -5. So -5 goes here, and -5 goes here. What letter is this one? What letter is this one? Look at the formula. It's my A. My A is a 1. What letter is this one? This is my A, so it's a 1. What letter is this one? C, so it's -36. Okay. So once you have that, this negative changes the sign of this one every time. This negative outside is going to change the sign of the inside one. So what does it turn this one into? +5. So x equals a +5 plus or minus the square root of. What's -5 squared? +25. Okay? What's -4 times 1 times -36? -4 times 1 times -36. Right here. -4 times 1 times -36. +144. So I'm going to put plus 144 right here. All over, what's 2 times 1? 2. What's 25 plus 144? 25 plus 144. How much? 169. So now I have equal to 5 plus or minus the square root of 169 divided by 2. What's the square root of 169? Type it in Desmos. The square root of 169 is 13. So now I have Now I have x equals 5 plus or minus 13 all over 2, because the square root of 69 is 13. So now I have two answers, right? One of them is going to be 5 plus 13 divided by 2. So 5 plus 13 divided by 2. I'm going to start with division. On the top, I want 5 plus 13. At the bottom, I want divided by 2. That's 9. One of my answers is 9. So x equals 9. And the other one is going to be 5 minus 13 divided by 2. So all I need to do is change this to a minus. And that gives me negative 4. That's my other answer, my other solution. X equals negative 4. That's a lot of work, right? That's a lot of work when you could have just graphed it in decimals and found the solution. But we have to practice using the quadratic formula. Okay? So I'm going to show you another way. Let's do problem number 1. We're going to do it another way. This formula, I'm going to type it twice in decimals. The formula, I'm going to type it twice in decimals. So everybody go to decimals right now, and we're going to type that formula. So erase everything that we have. Okay. Negative b plus the square root of hold on real quick. Okay, b squared. Did I put it right? The square root of b squared. Everybody's typing this. Minus 4ab. No, ac. Highlight the whole thing. Divided by 2a. Okay? Did everybody do that? Then we're going to type it again, but instead of this plus, we're going to do a minus. So right here, let's start with division. Type the division button so you know that you have a top and a bottom. Division. Okay. Negative b minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so now you have both equations, and look, click this button, add all sliders, and then down here, well, just for one, I guess. And then this is where you put your A, B, and C. So for problem number 1, let's go to problem number 1. What is my A for problem number 1? 1. A equals 1. What is my B for problem number 1? Negative 8. What is my C for problem number 1? Nope, it's not 20. Nope. The 20 needs to come back, and you need to change the sign. Negative 20. C equals negative 20. Okay, because it's x squared minus 8x minus 20 equals 0. Okay? So these numbers, 1, negative 8, and 20, we're going to type it over here. 1, negative 8. A is 1. B is negative 8. And C, just type it as negative 20. Highlight and type negative 20. Okay? So it gives you both answers. Look at this. 10 and negative 2. Okay? but you have to type it correctly the first time. All right? So I want you to do the same thing for the rest of all of these problems. Once you get to the back, everybody go to the back. These last problems at the bottom, these are going to be decimals. Just leave them as decimals because it's irrational solutions. Just leave them as decimals. Okay? Write down the decimal. If you need to round, then round. Okay? So I need you to find the A, B, and C, put it in decimals, and find your solutions using the formula. Let's go look at problem number 3 real quick. Problem number 3. It's already equal to 0. So what's my A? 3. What's my B? Nope. What's my B? It's 0. There is none. There is no X on here. And what's C? Negative 12. Okay, so if there's no X, it's 0. All right, this one needs to be moved back. So you have 4x squared. 9 minus 12 is negative 3x equals 0. So for this one, there's an A, there's a B, but there is no C. So A is 4, B is negative 3, C is 0. Same thing here. Move this over, change the sign, so you have x squared. What's 15 minus 6? 9. So plus 9x equals 0. This one has an A equals 1, a B equals 9, and a C equals 0. So you have to figure out the A, the B, and the C for all of them. For problem number 2, because it's equal to 12, you move the 12 over, change the sign, so you have 2x squared plus 7x. What's 3 minus 12? Negative 9. Okay, so make sure you're moving it over, changing the sign, and either adding or subtracting to the number that's already there.